game with a drive like that.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He's going to run it. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run. Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong. Be big. Be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw on third and short. Zings it complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. After the break, they'll go back to work. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
DB's right up on the receivers. They'll leave it with him. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
Hunt is on its way. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. From the gun, the running back has it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Shakes off the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Handoff from the gun. On his feet at the 40. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Quarterback on the keeper. It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. They're working that left side. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Here we go. Quarterback keeps it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. He'll pull it on the read. He has the first and still on his feet. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Arizona.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Let's talk a little about Arizona. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate? So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Boone. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play, and this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 11 over Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, running back on the move. Got him up for the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
At the 12-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Arizona is set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems, so many headaches.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Using his feet. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree.
Right down the boulevard. Touchdown, Arizona. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 32 over Iowa State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Using the quick game. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. We We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bishop. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it on the run. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nestled just inside that right upright. This is now a 7-point game. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Football 7. Football 7. 4.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You got to give it to this defense, too, because they know they've got to get off the field. They need the ball back, and they know the offense is going to run it. So getting more bodies close to the line of scrimmage and the big fellas up front winning the one-on-one battles, that's been the big key to them, only allowing a couple yards here on these last 2 plays.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And his throw is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
This quarterback part of their running game. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him in the moments, can get those big 3rd down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
To the air on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting 1st downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll do it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Calls his own number. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Arizona in a hurry.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the missed connection on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Back to throw, it's Hall. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And I like it. Very smart defense. Understanding the clock. Understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep. Breaking on the football. Making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
3rd downs are so crucial, and quarterbacks, you want them to be, elite with their functioning, be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks. But they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding 3rd down and getting to the quarterback?
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here comes the heat. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hall. gets it out quickly. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Allison. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they'll try to win it right here with the two-point conversion, and this crowd is electric trying to stop them. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Arizona.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say. Just refire, play the next play.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. This is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get three from way downtown. They're going to reach for the miracle, a long field goal attempt to win the game or give up a kick six. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get three from way downtown. That is no good. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. A run for the quarterback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Hall. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Touchdown, Wildcats! They take the lead here in overtime. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he tacked on the extra point. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Offensively, I think we got to be a little bit more creative at this point. 2 plays ago, gain of no yards. Last play, he just gave up a sack. Let's think outside the box. This is a golden opportunity to put a touchdown on the board.
Trailing by a touchdown, 3rd and goal, and they have to have it here in overtime. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll be brought down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
he's looking to throw. He wants it all. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.